I walked into the hotel lobby. My hands were shaking so much I could barely sign my name on a piece of paper. I went to the front desk. Ryan, I said, my voice surprisingly steady. I'm here to drop something off for my husband. Alex Miller. He's in a meeting and forgot his documents. Can you tell me his room number? The clerk smiled kindly and typed on his computer. Of course. Mrs. Miller. He's in room 714? Mrs. Miller. The name felt like poison in my mouth. I took the elevator up. The doors opened on the 7th floor. I walked down the long, quiet hallway until I found room 14. I could hear faint music behind the door and a woman's laugh. I raised my hand to knock, but I couldn't. My fist was frozen in midair. I took a deep breath, and then I banged on the door, hard. The music stopped. A few seconds later, the door opened. A woman stood there. She was wearing a fluffy white robe. Her blonde hair was wet. She looked annoyed. Can I help you? She asked, and then I saw him. He was sitting on the edge of the bed, pulling on a shirt. His hair was wet too. He looked up and saw me. The color drained from his face. Chloe? He whispered. What are you doing here? I think the better question is, what are you doing here? I said, my voice shaking with fury. I pushed past the woman and walked into the room. The bed was a mess. 2 wine glasses were on the table. The blonde woman looked from me to him. Alex? Who is this? I'm his girlfriend, I screamed at her. The one he lives with. The one whose bed he sleeps in every night. The woman's face crumpled. She looked at Alex, her eyes full of betrayal. You told me you two broke up. You told me she moved out? Alex held up his hands, his face pale with panic. No, wait, Chloe. It's not what you think. It's not what you think? I laughed. A horrible broken sound. You're in a hotel room with another woman. It's exactly what it looks like. And tears were streaming down my face. I looked at the blonde woman. I'm so sorry, I said. He lied to you too. He lies to everyone. She started to cry, soft, heartbroken sobs. She looked so lost, so much like I felt. I looked back at Alex, the man I loved. The stranger in front of me. There was nothing left to say. I turned to leave. Wait! He yelled, his voice desperate. I stopped at the door but didn't turn around. It's not like that, he said, his voice cracking. It's not just her. I slowly turned around. What? He looked at the floor. He couldn't meet my eyes. There's someone else too. The room went silent. The blonde woman stopped crying. We both just stared at him. What are you talking about? I whispered. He finally looked up, and his eyes were filled with a shame so deep it looked like pain. I buy 2 of everything. Chloe, 1 for you and 1 for her. For Maria, my wife. The words didn't make sense. They bounced around in my head. Meaningless sounds. I was the girlfriend. She was the mistress. There wasn't a wife. The blonde woman gasped. You're married. Alex just stood there, a man caught in a trap of his own making. I wasn't the other woman. I wasn't even the main woman. I was just one of 3. A secret in a life full of secrets. A piece of a puzzle I didn't even know existed. I looked around the hotel room. At the messy bed. At the 2 wine glasses. At the man who had destroyed my world. I walked out without another word. Later, back at our empty apartment, I was packing my things. I opened his sock drawer, just to make sure I hadn't left anything. Inside, tucked in the back, were 2 identical black wallets. I opened one. It had my picture in it. I opened the other. It had a picture of a dark-haired woman and 2 little kids I had never seen before. My boyfriend started buying 2 of everything,